My name is Christy Barnwell. I'm an associate professor of modern Middle East history here at UIS, and I'm here to speak about academic freedom and the failure of the University of Illinois system to fulfill its mission as an institution of learning committed to the public good in the face of the ongoing genocide in Palestine. The university system, this board of trustees, and U of I administrators across our campuses have ignored, demeaned, condescended to, and silenced students and faculty who try to speak out on the murder of more than 32,000 Palestinians. The U of I system wants to avoid being seen to take sides. You took a side when you viewed Israeli deaths as worthy of acknowledgement, as they most certainly were, but have since remained silent in the face of the horrific deaths of Palestinians which we bear witness to daily, hourly. The board hides from peaceable protest, educational events are not advertised to our campuses and community, and leaders of shared governance bodies discourage and obstruct open conversation about matters that concern students, faculty, and staff in connection to Palestine. The ongoing assault on Palestine and Palestinians is an educational matter as much as it is a matter of humanity. Palestine should be at the heart of all our discussions. Israel's attack on Gaza is an attack on education. More than 635,000 students, more than 20,000 teachers have had their school year abruptly ended. Israeli forces have killed 3 university presidents and at least 95 deans and professors. Hundreds of schools have been bombed, students and teachers killed. Every single university in Gaza has been destroyed. Israel detonated the last standing university in Gaza on January 17th. Libraries, records, archives, books have all been purposefully erased. The U of I highlights its role in public health and scientific research during the COVID pandemic as a point of pride, but the destruction of Palestine is a public health catastrophe. We are looking at massive spread of disease based on the unsanitary conditions in the displacement camps. If children survive the man-made famine, they will continue to lack access to vaccines and medicines, and we will surely see outbreaks of easily preventable childhood diseases. For the system's current and aspiring nurses and doctors, the UN has reported more than 400 attacks on healthcare sites in Gaza. Israeli snipers have executed healthcare workers even as they try to provide care to patients in hospitals that are being bombarded. And this war is a mass disabling event. Those who survive will face debilitating physical consequences, missing limbs, limited mobility, and chronic disease from exposure to chemicals. Those Palestinians who do not bear physical scars will undoubtedly carry the weight of individual, communal, and intergenerational trauma. Even before the war, 80% of children in Gaza were suffering from depression under the occupation and blockade. The emotional terror visited on Palestinians should be a matter of concern for every psychology, counseling, and social work student. Our law and pre-law students are now paying attention to the role of international law in the International Court of Justice as we watch the legal debates over genocide and humanitarian crimes play out far too slowly, as we all hold our breath to see if justice really does play a role in the legal system. For those who work in climate and environmental sciences, the level of destruction we are seeing now is nothing to the land and water contamination we will find under the rubble in Gaza. Our students need to learn about the ways Israel's ecotourism industry and its agricultural terrorism against Palestinian farmers are used to justify its colonization and occupation of indigenous lands, even as Israel's mythologies of reforestation belie the very real degradation of local ecosystems and contribute to wildfires and habitat destruction. Journalists have been targeted, poets murdered, scholars, students, doctors, lawyers, business owners annihilated. Meanwhile, the university system proposes new civility policies and considers its investment portfolio while telling students their tuition dollars don't technically contribute to Israel's campaign of genocide. How can we wonder why Americans are failing to see the value of higher education when this institution of higher education obstructs meaningful engagement with the world's greatest problems? I ask you all, what is the U of I approved civil behavior in the face of ethnic cleansing? What exactly is the most civil way to oppose a genocide being streamed over our phones? I urge you to end the U of I's complicity in Israel's occupation and divest. Free Palestine.